I have a dream.
We choose to go to the moon.
There's cities to be built, and there's a world to be helped.
I regard myself as a soldier.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight.
From where the zipper ends, round under my, back to my bunghole, down where your nuts hang.
I guess all of you would say this about your mother.
Okay, so
Who sent me what?
we had a friend that sent a video to a group chat that we both participated in. It was a video of a guy in a fight getting knocked out, and 3 trainers just run over to him. And one's like, shaking him to make sure he's okay. One's like throwing water in his face. And the other one's just jacking him off.
I did see
Like trying to get him to wake up
yes.
because he's been knocked out.
It
Now-
seems like an effective method.
Well, that was my question. So if that's an effective method, like, is there not some sort of alarm clock sort of device that you'd want to make? You don't think that could be a product
Jacks
there?
you
Like,
off.
like a wake up jack off, like, because I assume it wakes you up.
Yeah. Maybe just something that hits you in the balls or something. Yeah, I guess it'd wake you up. Get jacked off.
Why do you really?
It's not bad. It's a
I
nice way to
assume
wake up.
I assume that's what it would do. Well, why else would he be doing it in the boxing match if you get knocked out? Or has it got like medical purposes? Like, is this actually a medical thing?
Yeah. No, I'm probably just trying to activate your life force or something like that.
You reckon that's
Maybe.
an effective way?
Probably, yeah. Well, it worked, didn't it?
No, not really. The guy was not waking up. He clearly didn't see the video. He definitely did not wake up. He was
He woke
out
up
cold.
eventually.
He was out. I assume he did eventually, but he was out cold for at least a minute. But like, shaking him, throwing water in his face, jacking him off. He was not waking up. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I think he wakes up at the end. I think he's good.
You
So
think he's good?
yeah. I think it's obviously an effective method. All right, maybe an intro.
Bit tired.
All right, no,
No.
you're tired. You're
I
tired.
am tired. I admit to being tired. I'm not denying. I have too many children. They're very
You
exhausting.
need to go. You need to go to bed.
I probably do.
All right. Well, welcome to History Squirt. I'm Ron Thompson.
And I'm Jason.
All right. And what do you got for us this week, Jason?
I've got the Battle of Itter Castle, or Castle
Battle
Itter.
of Itter Castle.
Yes.
Don't know this. Don't know this one.
This is a battle in World War II.
Okay.
It takes place on the 5th of May, 1945. Okay.
So this is the one. This is the episode where we'll pull out the Japanese theme song.
No, we've got nothing to do with Japanese. So we're only Germans here.
okay.
This is a German one. Oh, sorry. Hitler died 5 days before this battle. So Hitler shot himself.
They were still fighting afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's killed himself on the 30th of April, 1945. This battle's going to take place, 6 days after that? 2 days after the battle, the Germans surrender. So, we're really the end of the war. Okay. Castle Itter is a small castle in an Austrian village, and we've got writings back to 902 of a castle being there. So the
Austrians,
yeah.
The Austrians really got in there, didn't they? Like they completely adopted Nazism. They were into it.
They were annexed in 1938. That's a whole other story, but yes, they were annexed by Germany in 1938.
Okay, so but they got into the shenanigans,
and then they were obviously
sort of enjoyed
and then they joined Germany, and the castle was taken in 1940 by the SS to house French prisoners, valuable to the Reich. Okay, so in the prison we got a couple of former prime ministers of France. We've got a former commander-in-chief of France. We've got Charles de Gaulle's elder sister. We have a right-wing French resistance member. We have trade union leaders. Basically, they've put all the high French nobility in this prison.
Okay, yeah, I don't know who Charles de Gaulle is. The name seems slightly familiar. Have you heard, just because you mentioned French presidents, have you heard that conspiracy theory about Macron and his wife?
No.
So this conspiracy theory that his wife is his dad. And his dad, I don't know if his dad disappeared or something, but basically they reckon he sort of disappeared for a while and then came back as a woman and is now like the French president's wife.
That can't be real.
It's crazy. If it's true, it's just it's absolutely wild. Anyway, yeah, back to the story, I guess.
All right. So there's one guy I want to talk about in this prison. He's called Jean Barata, and he's a famous tennis player. He wins 5 Grand Slams between 1925 and 1934. The reason he's in this prison is because he eventually gets to be sports minister, and the German people or the German hierarchy decided that they wanted to basically play racist sports. And I think he wasn't a part of that and was arrested by the Gestapo in 1942.
Oh, I thought you said that they wanted to play, racist sports. And I thought what you were going to say. I thought you were going to say was like, he was really good at tennis and he was this white guy, and so they were just going to breed him. They seem to really love that. We had the horse story,
yes,
where they were breeding the Aryan horses. They seem to really love trying to make a white race. So I thought maybe they were doing that with this guy.
No, it seems like he was
putting him out to pasture.
Because he was sports minister. All these new policies were put on him for basically the Germans' way of doing sport, which was very racist. And he was arrested by the Gestapo, so he was doing something wrong, and he's in prison now. Okay, so
the other thing I thought was maybe like he could kill people with his serve or something. Like he could hit the ball so hard that he killed people, and maybe they were putting together some sort of suicide squad type situation.
No, he's just in the prison. He comes into the story later. He's a crazy person. All right, so then now
he sounds it. I mean, tennis sucks.
So there's all these prisoners in this castle in the middle of Austria, and the war's ending. So a imprisoned Yugoslavian communist resistance leader from Croatia who was working as a handyman in the prison left the castle on the pretext of performing an errand for the prisoners. So he travels 8 kilometers to the closest city to try and find help because the commandant died under suspicious circumstances / probably killed himself, and all the other SS in the area abandoned the prison and left. So war's coming to an end. The commander kills himself. The soldiers all run away. Prisoners grab all the guns, and they're now all sitting in this castle by themselves. And they've sent this guy out, and he travels 8 kilometers to the closest city to try and find help. But he just finds more SS soldiers. So instead, he travels 64 kilometers and reaches an advance party of the 409th Infantry Regiment.
And they just kill him on sight.
No, he's on this. So he's walked 64 kilometers to go get these guys. Right, so he's off there. We're putting that story to the side for now. Okay, so we've got all these high-ranking prisoners all sitting in a castle in the middle of Austria. So they go and find an SS officer in the town who had been friends with them while they were in the prison, and they ask him to help defend the castle from an invading force. Seems bizarre to me.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on. He's just like, yeah, all right. So whoever comes, I'll take on.
Well, he'd been injured and he was like living in the town, and they just said, well, let's go get his help. So he came with his family and they set up in the castle, and he was going to help them defend.
Just with his families, like wife and daughters and stuff.
Put your family in the... Well, the issue is there's like... Everyone's just killing everyone at the moment. It's a bit crazy. His name was Kurt Siegfried Schreidinger, and he sent out a second person to go and get help. So we're now sending the cook to go and get help. He found an Austrian resistance leader, a Major Gangel, and these were soldiers from the German army, and they decided to protect the local people from the SS who were killing anyone who showed white flags or Austrian flags. Not at me like you understand more what I'm saying to you.
I don't understand anything.
You don't understand anything.
No, I do.
Talk back to me.
I know what's going on.
What's going
I know
on?
what's going
You tell me what's going
Alright.
on and all.
So,
All right.
so there's some they sent some bloke first. He's gone 64 kilometers away,
Yeah.
and he's met up with the Allied troops or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
So he's there. You got the cook's gone out. He's found the Austrian resistance, who are
Yep.
German soldiers. So they're
And,
fighting
yeah.
against the Germans. And then this other bloke from the town, this SS fellow, he's in the castle with everyone else.
Yeah, all right. That is actually pretty good. Yeah, you listened well. You're learning. So the second guy goes to get help from this, the Austrian resistance and this Major Gangle. He says he's got a plan to save the prisoners, but he lacks manpower. Okay, so he goes and he ends up finding a Captain Lee, who's from the 36th Infantry, and they're like on the other side. So this is not where that first guy's going to get help. This is the opposite, sort of the other side direction.
And the 36th Infantry is Allied troops.
Yes, Allied troops, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we're getting Allied troops. So they all decide they're going to go protect this castle. They leave with 5 tanks, but the 5th one destroys the bridge and most of the men have to be left behind because they now can't cross a river.
Can't cross a river.
Yeah.
That's pretty soft.
Well, the bridge broke.
Can't wade through the river.
Not with all your stuff.
Probably a big river.
Yeah, it's probably a big river. You got lots of stuff you need to carry. We don't have time for this.
All you need is some tubes. You walk up the river a bit. You put the tubes in. You get in the tubes. You kind of tube comes down the river, and you sort of just paddle across the other side as it's coming down, and Bob's your uncle.
Oh,
You're across.
Okay, I don't think that's how. It'd take too long. They left everyone behind. They left most of them behind. Then they had to keep holding bridges, so they kept leaving more men behind. And they eventually got to the town. The SS left, and they now control the town. But they need to leave people there to defend the town that they just took. Okay? So they team up with the Americans, the Germans, the Austrian resistance, all team up. By the time they get to the castle, there's only 1 tank, 7 Americans, and 10 Germans to defend this castle. And all the prisoners look at them and go, what the hell? Well, a bit of a, where is everybody?
Oh, the classic, where is everybody? Classic debacle.
There's an SS division out there trying to attack you, and you've sent 13 guys. What? How many guys?
1 tank.
17 guys in a tank. All right, so the SS is on their way. They put the tank in the middle of the road, in the entrance to the castle. Okay, and 150
good strategic spot.
I guess it's a good spot. I feel like you just like that. Isn't that going to be the first thing you'd shoot though?
Yeah, but I think that's where you want it. Probably right in front. It impedes, people if they're trying to get into the castle, even if it is like not operational.
Yeah, I guess
It's a good spot. You got good open shots at things as well. Because actually there's a road coming out.
Incoming road, yeah, exactly, yeah. But they're also surrounded by trees on all sides. But you're on a hill, so that's quite helpful.
Have you confirmed that? Is that historically accurate?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of the castle. Yes, it's not a visual. I should give you slideshows so you can see some pictures.
When were the pictures of the castle from? Because if they're from now, those trees have probably grown. These might have been baby trees. It could have been a fresh landscape. Maybe they got a landscaper to come in and he did a fresh design back then. So now those trees are big, but back then they were just sort of little saplings.
No. They've got current photos. No, all that. No, it's not possible. They've got photos of it. That's not how it was. Okay, so they're attacked by 150 SS, but they were kept at bay at first. So the Americans call for help, back for the village, and the village decide to send 2 more German soldiers and an Austrian teenager.
Just 3 dudes. Where are the SS attacking from? Would they be attacking from the back?
They attack from all sides.
I was going to say, but if they've got this village, I imagine if it's like an old style, because I'm imagining, the old style settlements where you've got the castle and then you've kind of got these walls that go around the village in front, a sort of Rohan style village,
No, it's very much just a castle, and the town's like 8 kilometers away.
Oh, okay. So there's quite a distance between.
So
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so there's quite a road, and it is, like I said, it's surrounded by trees. There's an entrance, but it's a medieval castle. Quite large, got 15-foot walls. It's quite a decent castle. I'm sending you slideshows next time. But I'm just fascinated that these two German soldiers and Austrian managed to make it to the castle and get in the castle. They just snuck through the lines of the SS that were there, and they just got in. All right. But also while this was going on and they were attacking, one German who was inside the castle jumped over and ran and joined the SS.
Nice. Saw his opportunity.
Well, they say he's joining the SS. Everyone's not really sure why he decided who it was or why he decided to do it, but
it's just good business.
Probably didn't want his family to die. So the SS surrounded the castle, set up 2 88 guns, and started firing on the castle. Our Major Gangler, the German guy who was helping the resistance, he gets killed protecting one of the prisoners, who was one of the prime ministers of France, who himself was firing guns. Like, it didn't really make much sense. He died protecting someone who was up there shooting back at the enemy anyway, because all the prisoners grabbed guns and started shooting back too.
Well, yeah, and it's probably a silly decision, because if he's trying to protect him and he's firing a gun, he probably got shot in the back.
No, I think he dived to save him or something. That's what it seemed to claim.
But exactly. So if he stands in front of this guy, the French Prime Minister, who's firing a gun, he's going to get shot in the back.
Yeah, but my theory would be just go downstairs, so I don't have to jump in front of you and save you when I need to. That seems really annoying.
Doesn't seem like a good plan.
Okay. So he's died. So now turn up in the village the 103rd Infantry, who was the guy from the start who went to get help. 4 guys have turned up to help.
4.
They've arrived in a Jeep. Yeah, 4 guys in a Jeep have turned up.
What is wrong?
So
what if they just don't ever send everyone?
No, this is the first guy. The first guy's just hey, we've got this castle.
But he met a whole troop of people.
Yeah, but the first guy doesn't know that they're surrounded by the SS.
Yeah, I know.
So he's just we're left alone. Can you come and check us out and get us out of here? And they're like, oh, we'll go. It'll be easy. Just go grab a bunch of people from a castle, come back. But now the SS have surrounded it. So these 4 guys with Jeep turn up. Then the 102nd Infantry also turn up. And they're all told that, and they call the castle and they say, yep, we're going to come and save you now. And 3 more tanks turn up as well from the 74th, 743rd Tank Division. Or maybe it's a regiment. I forgot to write it down.
Who gives a shit?
3 tanks, 743.
Yeah.
I just find it funny that everyone's just turning up at this village and is all right, we're all here. And why can't, like you said, just send a bigger force? Why are we sending 4 guys at a time and 3 guys at a time?
No, it doesn't really make sense, but I'm imagining the Spider-Man meme with all the Spider-Mans pointing at each other. What the fuck?
Alright, so back to the attack. So the SS are still attacking. This time they destroy the tank and they move in to take the castle. So these guys
the
holding...
SS are in the castle now. Yeah.
Yes. They're running out of ammunition. Right? They're in trouble and they're running out of ammunition. And this is when our famous prisoner, Jean Barat, the tennis player, steps up. He said that he's going to go and find... He's going to get out of the castle and go and find the reinforcements and bring them to the castle. And everyone tells him... Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that he's like, I'll find you ammunition. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this, Jean Barat?
Well, everyone tells him it's a bad idea. But he's decided he's going to go get the relief force and bring them to the castle. So he dresses up in plain clothes like an Austrian peasant, vaults a 15-foot wall, which is 4.5 meters.
Yeah.
As he's walking down, he runs into 2 SS soldiers, but pretends to be foraging, pisses on a tree, waves to them, and walks straight past them.
Nice. That's not bad.
Yeah,
it's like a master of disguise. Pissing on the tree probably really sold it.
Yeah, I like the pissing on a tree thing. It's like, well, guy, if he's a soldier, he's not just going to piss on a tree next to me. That's you wouldn't That's just a guy.
Our enemy doesn't piss.
Yeah,
that's how we know that he's not the enemy.
So he eventually finds this relief force, and one of the officers goes, "Hey, you're the famous tennis player, Jean Barat. I love you." Gives him a gun and goes, "We've got to follow him." So like there wasn't any
So
like
he comes back. He's on his way back with another 6 guys.
no. The 142nd Infantry turned up. They've got guys now. Like they're actually there in force, right? So the SS eventually broke into the castle, and they're about to assault the keep when the reinforcements arrive with our Jean Barat and save the day.
When you say assault the keep, do you mean sexually?
Yes. I'm going to go with yes.
You trying to tell me they're going to sexually assault the keep?
There is women and children up there. I don't want to like. You brought it up, but there is women and children in a keep. I don't know.
Okay. I'm sorry I brought that up.
100 SS were captured when they finally turned up, and that SS commander that helped defend the castle got 2 years in prison, but he was given leniency because of his help in that battle, and all the prisoners were saved. Hooray!
What happened to Jean Barat?
I mean, what happened to him? It was a pretty good life.
Yeah,
I don't actually know. I didn't get past
retired
that.
or something. Did he become a commentator or something like that?
Well, he was sports minister.
To get a cushy job on some sort of like commentator's panel.
Maybe he went back to being sports minister.
Pundit.
I reckon he's good. He's now technically a war hero. He won all the Grand Slams. He's won all of them.
I'm surprised they recognised him. Like, film wasn't that big back then, was it? I guess you would have seen him in the papers, maybe.
No, that was the thing. They're saying, no, it wasn't, which is why it was, like, lucky they had, like, a huge tennis fan that was like, holy shit, that's the, like, French legend.
Yeah.
Like,
well, think about it now. I mean, you know what they all look like, and sport's so big because it's televised, right? So it's very accessible. But it's funny to think that it would be so big back in the day when it was quite inaccessible. Like,
do you think
you either had to go to a game or just read about it in the paper? I never understood like how people listen to the radio, like listen to games on the radio. It makes no sense. It's so fucking boring. Do you listen to games on the radio?
I do sometimes, yeah.
But you listen to cricket?
Yeah, sometimes cricket, sometimes footy. I'm in the car. No, I don't think. I don't know.
Think what?
I don't know. Completely forgotten. What the fuck are we talking about?
Jean Barat.
Sorry. Could you name the, if I put 10 pictures in front of you of, let's say, the 6th best tennis player in the world to the 15th tennis best player in the world, do you reckon there's any chance that you would know any of them?
Oh yeah, I know like Djokovic and Federer and
I'm
some
pretty
of
sure
the other ones.
Like, I'm pretty sure Federer and Nadal, Murray are all retired now. Djokovic is still playing, but he's not winning anymore.
Yeah, they're like the only ones that I know. So yeah, I probably know the ones from like 10 years ago.
So honestly, if someone came up and was like, I'm the 7th best tennis player in the world, I'd be like, I have no idea who you are.
I went to just while we're talking about sport, this came into my head. So I went to a cricket game, and behind, so like the seats on the bottom tier of the stadium, so like the ones that are behind where the bowler is, they put like a black curtain over them. I guess it's so that the batsman can see the ball better.
Yeah.
So it's not sort of like hidden.
Yeah.
And I was talking to this guy who I'd never met before. And I was like, what are those for? And he was like, oh yeah, I think it's so that the batsman can, see the ball better when they get, when they bowl. And I was like, no, I think that they actually keep people people who with sensory issues under there, because they love the cricket and they want to come and watch, but they can't watch because they're sensory issues. But they get really excited just hearing like the nick of the ball, and that. And this guy's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I can explain that actually. I've got a perfectly good explanation for that, right? It's like if you spend a whole Saturday standing in the sun next to a cricket ball and you're just waiting for that sound all day. You're just waiting for that little sound just to go dink and just going to come straight to you. You're going to catch it and everyone's going to give you a big cuddle for getting the fucking catch. Right? I can understand why everyone's like you want to hear that sound. Like you just wait for it all day and finally it comes.
You could just kill yourself. Like, this seems like it's just as reasonable an option. Fucking waiting out in a field all day just to hear that once. No, I mean, obviously it happens.
Well, that's the game,
every
really,
ball.
isn't it? Like, unfortunately, that's the game.
Yeah, it sucks. It's a shit game.
Yeah, I hate my game. It's not a bad game.
It's just so boring. I even went to like the 2020, and I even thought that was too long. I thought I was going to enjoy it, but I was like, fuck, it needs to be half as long. Like, it needs to be half. Like, I think about half would be good. Would be perfect.
You reckon half?
Yeah, I would get bored in the second half. I was like, I don't give a shit. I just don't give a shit. There's only like two things I found interesting. Is like I didn't realize that they switched sides every over when they bowl. And then the only other thing that I found interesting was how the time doesn't really end like it does in not every other sport, but most sports, soccer, basketball, that sort of stuff, rugby. So it's not like the time ends and if you're up, you win. It's kind of just that it becomes mathematically impossible for you to win.
Well, yeah.
Based on the amount of balls left and the amount of runs you have to get. But the time isn't really a factor.
No, they're forced to bowl them in a timely manner, and they get fined if they don't.
Yes,
but like when
you can't just take a phone call.
But when games get close and they're important, all of a sudden everyone's like 10K for an extra like 5 minutes. We'll take it. Like it gets a bit like that. So teams just start dragging the game out.
I can't believe that some of these players care enough about the sport to like continue to try cheating over and over again, and they get caught like every time. But like just caring that much about that sport is sad.
It's very important. It's like how a cricket ball moves should be like a science on like how different effects move the ball in different ways, and you wouldn't understand. I don't know why I'm trying to explain this to you. You have to play and learn.
I do understand.
And then you're just bitching about cricket for some reason.
We're supposed
to be talking about tennis.
Yeah, that's true. Also a shit sport, although not as shit.
What's wrong with tennis?
At least someone's
tennis. I don't mind tennis.
I'd rather watch tennis than cricket, but again, too long.
Do you want to do your ad right now?
Sure, we can do it. We can stop for a quick ad read. Okay, so I guess if you're looking at advertising with History Squirt, you can get in contact with us at historysquirt.podcast@gmail.com, or perhaps if you've got anything to say to Jason, you can you can email us there. You could.
I don't care about any corrections.
Is there anything you want us to talk about on the podcast? You can email us. Okay, why don't we get into this? Okay, so conflict is inevitable, and your patience is limited. You've tried understanding, compassion, kindness, but they just won't stop talking. At BreakPoint, we believe real resolution doesn't come from dialogue; it comes from decisive action. And that's why we've developed the 3-step conflict escalation system, a streamlined method to turn tension into clarity. Step 1, square up. Plant your feet, clench your fists, and show them that you're no longer in listening mode. Step 2, call them out. Lock eyes, drop your voice, and deliver your call-out line with intent. I'm going to fold you like laundry, you mouthy little pelican. Step 3, make physical contact. No hesitation, no build-up, just kinetic honesty. Here at BreakPoint, we know it's not just instinct, it's science. The BreakPoint conflict escalation system is backed by data, with a recent study showing that violence clears the air 70% faster than any other known form of communication. So try BreakPoint, because talking just doesn't hit the same. Any questions about that one?
I don't even know what you're selling. What was it? We're just going to beat people.
It's a 3-point escalation system to sort of turn. Yeah, I guess essentially, you've tried talking. Yeah. That's not working. So the best way to clear the air is to escalate the situation into violence.
Yeah. So are you going to do the violence for me?
No, it's. I'm going to teach you the 3-step system.
Teach me. how to fight in 3 simple steps.
No. I won't teach you how to fight. So it's an escalation system. So I'm going to teach you how to get from calm and reasonable to physical violence.
That's not hard. I'm usually trying to go the other way, trying to get away from physical violence.
So
calm.
like I said, there's a study showing that violence clears the air 70% faster than any other known form of communication. So it's actually a science-backed method.
Yeah.
So we're looking to escalate these situations into physical violence. At which point, or after which, we can end up with a good resolution.
But you're just going to beat people. But I have to beat them. When there's someone tougher than me, have you got some sort of do you teach people?
Well,
is there any
matter. That's the thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they beat your ass. No.
Oh,
you still cleared the air.
Yeah, right. Are you providing safe places for this to take place?
Absolutely not. The more dangerous the setting, the better. So obviously, an interaction that ends with a death, that's a good outcome, right? Because you've sort of solved the conflict, because there was 2 parties involved in the conflict. One maybe like a sort of an agitator and a non-agitator. And now we've just got one, so that one person can sort of continue on their path, sort of clear, happy, problem resolved. So
no, I'm not joining your program. It seems like somebody mind game therapy weird shit. No, I think you just have a way smarter business. What we do is we give people cards and say, this person says they want to fight you. You should fight them. Come to this place and you can fight them. And then you just rent out your gym for $100 a fight and just let them fight it out.
What about this? So it's similar. So it's sort of that same schoolyard concept of, meet me at 3:00 at the the basketball courts or whatever. Similar. So we sort of give a card to this person. We're like, meet at this location for the fight. They turn up at the location. We do a tactical drone strike and we just kill that person. We just blow them up.
Well, yeah, I suggest it's like a money thing. If they're oh, you don't want to fight them?
Oh, no, they pay us.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No, you'd get extra pay for that.
Oh, what we could do is, sort of have not a tiered system, but
definitely a tiered system.
Like an upsell. No, like an upsell. So we could be like, hey, yeah, you can pay us and we'll find a fighter for you. And then we'll send them in. And then they can fight for you. But obviously, both sides can do that. You can pay more money to get a sort of bigger, more experienced fighter. There's sort of tiers in that.
No, I reckon you go things like...
But it's always a fight to the death.
You go for, $1,000, I'll put some weights in your glove. For $5,000, I'll feed them some poisoned water. But $10,000, we'll take it. We'll break a leg before the fight. At $20,000.
I like it. Yeah, I think that the tiered, some sort of tiered on-selling system, I think is probably the way to go.
And each side would be almost competing against each other to how much they could pay us to make sure they don't get destroyed in the fight.
But I think we do need to charge for the fights outright, or the organizing, because we need a sort of minimum viable product that we can sort of go to market with. And then I think the rest of this stuff, we just build on and do package deals, that sort of stuff.
We could sell tickets, make some ticket sales. People watch bum fights all the time.
Oh, and you can pay. It's sort of how Netflix makes you pay to have premium and not have ads.
Yeah.
We could be well, we do sell tickets, right? But if you don't want anyone there, because you don't want, someone just seeing you get your ass beat, then you can pay us to not have an audience.
Yeah, perfect.
Make money from all angles.
Yeah. Just keep upselling these people, and there's just no way they can get out of this fight.
Rehabilitation services, post-fight, just everything.
Your program for your ad is just to make people more violent. You're like, I'm going to incite violence.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'm not going to incite violence. I'm not going to incite violence. I would never do that. We're going to teach you how to incite violence.
Please tell me people don't get arrested for doing things like inciting violence on a podcast.
No, so you could, but you actually have to incite violence. I haven't actually told anyone to do anything.
Yeah, come and see you. Give me a call today,
generally,
and then I'll incite you. I'll incite you over the phone.
And it has to, I guess, generally it has to be inciting violence against a group. I actually looked up the incitement rules in Australia a while ago.
Oh yeah,
it was like during the COVID stuff, because I remember this woman got arrested for basically, you couldn't congregate in public, and she was trying to organize a rally against the lockdowns, and she got arrested. And she got arrested for incitement because, like, that congregation.
She was a girl in Melbourne, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was trying to get people to go to this congregation. Anyway, so I looked up the rule, looked up the laws, and the thing that's really interesting in there is that, so it talks about like inciting violence against a group, and it talks about like what those kind of like groups might be. So like, a minority, based on like, religion or some other group like that. But one of the things that it calls out is class. And I read that and I thought, I'm like, that's bullshit. I'm like, class doesn't or shouldn't exist. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, but it's written in there, I guess, so that you can't rise up against, the rich or whatever. Anyway, I just thought that was quite interesting. It definitely says class. It sort of names class as a group that you can't incite violence against. But yeah.
You don't want to be like, yeah, well, like, if you're, like, going for a job, you're going to be like, sorry, you're too poor for this job, or sorry, you're too rich for this job. Like,
that's what I mean. Like, there's just, like, I didn't really think that the concept of class, like, still existed.
Oh, it definitely does.
No, but, like, not in an actual, like, documentable way, or, like, I don't think society really works like that anymore.
Yeah, okay.
The closest you'd get is like India. I think they still have a caste system, which is essentially classes. But
we still have a king. We're talking about classes.
That would be the one vestige that's still sort of standing. Maybe that's what it is.
Like, there's definitely still dukes and duchesses.
Maybe that's why it's in there. Maybe that's in there, so we can't rise up against the duchesses and the dukes,
counts, and all sorts of things. Yeah, people got titles.
Yeah, so do you think that, like, as soon as you get, like, named as a sir or a madam, then you're in a protected class, maybe?
Anyway, being knighted makes you in a class. I think that's a different thing. Like, maybe, I guess it's like you're above a peasant, but, like, what, 99% of people are probably technically peasants then?
But you're still disgusting in the eyes of the royals. Still a dirty little person.
Dirty little inbred, something.
No, they're the inbred ones.
Yeah.
I think they would see, if you were inbred, that would probably put you up a rung.
Well, that's how it started, because they're all like, we're blue bloods, where, we don't want to mix with peasants, and then they got all inbred.
That's what I mean. So if somebody was inbred, they'd probably actually see that as like a good thing. They'd be like, what a sophisticated gentleman this inbred fellow is.
He must come from a great family.
He hasn't really done much, but I should knight him.
We're gonna go on to the Habsburgs at one stage. I keep saying we're gonna get to them, but we never do. We're
gonna have to do another disclaimer. 100%. 100%. We'll have to do a disclaimer on that one.
Because there's a lot of inbreeding going on.
History Squirt.